Surprise, surprise. Good morning. I decided to not take a holiday, but also continue to be on here and do my best to think what I can think of in the curriculum, our curriculum here, and care about this career. And I don't want to just sit around and not do for 2 weeks and 3 weeks, when the wife's working and stuff. And I got done my Christmas shopping and whatnot. I don't want to work out too much. I don't want to overdo it and overtrain. And when I get bored, my ADHD self, I want to work out a lot. But I also want to take care of my body. But I also want to be on here. I want to do what I can to teach and whatnot. So surprise, surprise, I'm on here. And also be a student and stuff too. So happy holidays. I'm going to be on here. Surprise, surprise. Like what I said in one of my other, almost forgot. Some Sicilian relaxing music for meditation today. Sicilian. So get your coffee, get your teas, get whatever you drink. It's the holidays, so if it's some eggnog or you gotta start drinking whatever a bit early, more power to you. Just don't drink and drive. It's gonna be a good one. TGIF and happy Friday. In this one, it's just gonna be kind of chill. I'm just gonna do refresher 101 kind of on exercise and not overtraining and stuff like that. It's gonna be a freestyle. We're not gonna do Tai Chi today, meditation, but since I decided to be on here throughout the holidays, because why not? We will probably be doing it later in the month or so around the holidays, maybe like a Christmas one or a Christmas Eve one or a New Year's one or both. First of all, I want to say happy birthday to my youngest sister. I love you so much. She turned 19 years old. Her middle name is Noel, and happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños. Keep loving and laughing and being beautiful inside and out. Big brother Sammy is very proud of you. Keep up the great work. Keep lighting up the world with that smile. Good Goodbye Cafe. Sending everlasting feelings of love, light, and vibrations and positive vibes your way during these holiday seasons. Yeah, totally. Oh, as you can see, I'm back on this format. I cleared up some space on the laptop, had some time to do that. And so I like this format better anyways, straight from our laptop or, whatever. We were using the iPhone for a little bit, that's why it looked a lot clearer, but, I don't really like to use the iPhone too much for that. We use that for music and apps, of course, important phone calls, whatever. So, yeah, I don't want to use too much of that for videos of my career and our sessions and stuff. I hope I'm speaking loud enough. Still kind of waking up. So continue to let loose and live free. Passing the athletic training. Give yourself those PAT. Pat yourselves on the back every now and then. Love each other. Love yourself as God loves you. And continue to lift each other up and protect your peers and whatnot. Like what I say in every single session. It's part of my brand. It's part of what we do and whatnot. Also, another thing, I've talked about this in the past. It's true. The views you see on whether it be YouTube or whatever, Instagram, social media, Facebook, the number of friends, views, stuff like that. Remember, numbers are just a number. It's just a format and a technology I don't want to say scam, but get down, if you get my drift, and it doesn't mean anything, because it says I have a lower amount of views and stuff, but it's actually quite the opposite, because I even go out and lo and behold, long story short, my brand's doing pretty darn good, and it's because of you guys and stuff. So numbers don't mean anything. I guess that's the way the Lord works, you know. The last shall become first. I'm Jacob, you know. He's stuff like that. So don't always believe in the hype. Be the rebel, be the renegade, be the independent man or woman, kingdom father, kingdom husband, whatever you are, kingdom wife, kingdom mother, and go the opposite way of the pack every now and then. Or be like me and be the one they throw me to the wolves and I come back leading the pack as a lion, you know, like a Balto, Swag, two different animals, so you get the drift. Throw me to the lions, throw me to either or, right? Throw me to the wolf, throw me to the pack, I'll come back leading the pack. You know what I'm saying? The Sigma inside of me. That's a motivational, inspirational quote for someone out there. That's a dope one. Another great motivational quote I want to share real quick is from one of the greatest boxers ever. You can't hit what you can't see. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That's Muhammad Ali. Alright? So some cool motivational quotes that I want to share during this little session of ours. While we do a refresher. The refresher I want to say is rice, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know about this. I know you guys do. Sometimes you guys, I mean just me too, like it's common sense. Rice, guys. If you have an injury, now there's a difference between getting injured and being hurt. Getting injured is you're out. You have like a dislocated, badly dislocated bone, like to a point where you can't walk, or you'll know you're injured. You can't play, you can't work, you gotta be on bed rest. You have to be. And being hurt is something like having something called runner's knee, maybe, or having a twisted ankle, right? Maybe a little broken nose or some crap, you know, nosebleed, or a tummy ache, I don't know, you get GERD, you know, you're having a little hurt. It gets better within hours or so, and stuff like that. But for injuries and being hurt, of course, you know the best. Speak to your trainer, speak to your athletic director, speak to your coach, and stuff like that, you know. Of course, speak to your doctor, you know, you can talk to your parents about it, or talk to whoever your circle is, right, your loved ones, or do the research yourself, like what I do a lot sometimes too, and then you go on from there and take the necessary steps of the differences between being hurt or being injured. Most of the time, it's quite obvious, like if you're injured. Like one time my buddy back in high school, he broke his pinky, it was injured. It was injured. It was completely dislocated. Or like me back in 7th grade when I dislocated my left wrist doing the 619 on the rails after recess. You know, it was obviously injured. I needed surgery. Yeah. Or back when I got my tonsils taken out, and I almost died when I was like 5 or 6. You know, legit, that's a true story. I was bleeding from the inside. That's more than that's injury to me. It's a serious injury, right? Luckily, I'm still here. You know, God puts people on the earth. I don't know. the boy who lived, right? We all have our own boy who lived stories, right? Or girl who lived stories, you know. Hopefully, you know. But lo and behold, I'm still here, and I'm glad I am to see my youngest sister's birthday, right? Stuff like that, and yeah, and enjoy the holidays. Anyways, enough about that. So rice, guys, rest is the R. Make sure you rest it. You gotta ice it, guys. This works so good. Ibuprofen is good too. Tylenol, whatever you take, that stuff's like magic. Don't take too much of it. Take it as needed. That really is good stuff. But ice is best. 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. A lot of people say heat. I say ice. I mean, that's why it's called rice, right? Heat, I feel will make your bodies relax more, or whatever, your cells, your organs, and which is good, but it doesn't really do its job to heal. It will heal faster if you ice it because it wakes up the cells. You know, ice is like a shock and spark in a good way. That's why athletes and whoever you are, you take ice baths. Well, that's why me, like right now, after our session, I'm gonna do a PT run, or I'm gonna get in my exercise. Even though I'm sore, pain is weakness leaving the body, and that's true. And I went on my retreat last year for about 11 months or so I didn't get to work out as much as I wanted to, as I spoke about on here. So if I work out outside more in this cold, my body's getting back to muscle memory. My body's going to revert to back how it used to be, and it was. And that is, similar to cold weather training, or mountain training, stuff like that. Or like in Beer Fest, the movie Beer Fest, when they're drinking beer in the colder weather to make them better drinkers for the competition at the end. A little bit of humor right there. Great movie, Beer Fest. Check it out. If you're of age, whatever. What am I saying? I saw it when I was like 15. But cold weather training, it makes your body stronger. The old long story short. I'm used to that too, from being in the field in the Marines, sleeping in 7-degree weather. And, yeah, I got some stories for you. But that goes on after you get done serving too. So now I'm on my civilian side. I'm doing my career here. And I'm adulting as well. And, I got my personal training, got this career going on. I got to make sure I keep up with that training regimen, like what I spoke about on the workout schedule, Marine Corps training, right? So if it else, like this stuff, always faithful. Cold weather training, and that is just taking advantage of the environment, Mother Gaia, nature. Go outside, dress accordingly. You don't need too much water during the colder weather, but I don't want to confuse anybody. Make sure you still hydrate, but just know your body will adapt. So keep that in mind too. But always have a nice hydration system, but don't overdo it. I've done that before too. The main thing is breathing, and it makes your lungs a lot stronger too. Your lungs, and your organs. That cold weather is great for it. It's going to feel sore. You're going to feel sore, man. Pain is weakness leaving the body. You're going to feel sore. It's going to hurt afterwards. Ice it. That's the rest ice. A lot of people say heat. I say ice. And then later on when you go to bed, then during the heat and whatnot, 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. There's a time and place for everything, but I say right away you ice it. 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. And of course C is compress it, which is you can just put a bandage on it, compress it, and then E, the last one, whatever it is, elevate it, alright? Rice. So that's a refresher on that. If you have any injuries anywhere, if you feel like something's hurting, that's the best thing for it. And remember, I think, this is my personal opinion, ice is better than heat, alright? It sparks up the muscles. It's just like being outside, running in colder weather. Low altitudes are good for you, makes your body push stronger, makes your heart stronger, makes your blood more prepared, it fights off diseases more. It's like prepping your body for the worst, pretty much, training, for the long run. That's what I do, that's what we're doing here, to try to make people live the best life, most healthy life, longevity, physically, of course, mentally and spiritually, holistic matter. That's why I do this career. So cold weather training, guys. I do it myself. I'm going to do it right now. I'm sore as crap, man. I've been doing it, especially this colder weather, because once again, this is my comeback year, and it's worth it. Instead of hibernating, being inside, being lazy, make your body stronger by just going out there. Whether it be start out at 20 minutes, and then soon you'll be like me, and you'll be out there for like an hour or two, and you lose track of time in a good way, And then you get back and always stretch. Do your static stretching when you get back, and before do your more aerobic stretching and whatnot. Don't stretch out your muscles too much before, because then you can pull something or injure something, right? So do the static stretching, which is long stretching. I do the same thing after your workout, whatever that may be, whether it be calisthenics, which is more weight training, or the other thing, cardio, whatever. Kinesthetics. So that's just a refresher on that. See, I'm glad I'm back on here and giving this message to you, especially during these colder months. That's where you guys need it the most. So why would I take off? Why would I not do it when it feels like people, whoever, God's calling, need me the most, right? So refresher, just rest, ice, compress, elevate. If you feel something, needs to be healed, taken care of, self-care. You know, you just fill a plastic bag with a bunch of ice. 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off, and the heat is good too. Don't get yourself sick. You know, everybody's different. This is just me. I'm always going to be the jarhead, but the heat is good, of course, too. Maybe later on, the ice is better for your body. And then when you sleep, whether you like the heat, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? Make that fire, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's different. Cold weather training. Take advantage of this. Don't look at it as a negative. Like what I said, I think a couple days ago, usually the days when you don't feel like working out, and then you actually do work out, those are your best workouts. What's the word for it? What does he say in the Truman Show? When you do something unexpected or whatever? Spontaneous. Be spontaneous. Yeah. Good movie. Sociology swag. The days when you don't feel like doing something, do it. When you don't feel like working out, get up and do it when you don't feel like doing it. And then those are not only does it improve your mood, guys, this improves your mood. Exercise improves your mood. But you're going to feel a lot better, and you're going to be stronger too. So be spontaneous. And it's like what I said a couple days ago. It's usually the days when you don't feel like doing something and you get up and do it, where it's your best freaking workouts. You know what I'm saying, dog? Yeah, that's true. Being spontaneous. Living life on the edge. You know, going with the flow. Stuff like that. So if you take advantage, always keep your water jug too, guys. Water jug. Especially by your bed throughout the night. You get thirsty. Sip on it, sip on it, sip on it. Don't chug it, sip on it. Get myself a Pepsi. I ain't gonna drink the whole thing, it's too much caffeine. Only a little bit of caffeine. Alright, anyways. So the cold weather, take advantage of that. Don't look at it as a negative. Darn, it's cold out, whatever, whether you be East Coast, West Coast, whatever. North side, South side, Midwest, whatever. Don't look at it as a negative. Rewire your brain to make it a positive, you know what I'm saying? Alright, cool, now we can get in this cold weather training, man, what we've been talking about. That way, when the summer comes, in the spring, warmer weather for the lacrosse season, the baseball season, whatever, ain't gonna be nothing. The cardio, the endurance workouts, all that stuff, it ain't gonna be nothing. Because we trade so hard in the winter, we utilize it. Instead of taking off and sitting down and being lazy, we utilize it. We took advantage of the weather, the cold weather. And now you find yourself in the warmer weather, running for days, quote unquote. You know, you feel great. When everybody else is just sitting there like, this ain't nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, that's called training. Simple as that. Exercise science. This is what we do. Health and fitness. So take advantage of this, you know, even when it's raining out. Man, go out and do something when it's raining out. A lot of people call it jogging. It's running, man. You run. Go out and take advantage when it's raining out too. Careful with you take technology and whatnot, you know. But and that makes you feel better too. It feels like you're getting cleansed literally by the Lord. It's beautiful. It feels great. It's like the inner child stuff too. Like, and of course hygiene all the time too. That goes without saying. Weather, so that's a refresher on the weather factors, man. Take advantage of different types of weather. Don't look at it as a negative. Take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Be the author of your fate. In a good way. Look at the bright side. You know? Be a glass half full kind of person. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. All that kind of stuff. So when it's cold out and raining out, I guess we'll call it not so good weather, right? Not so beautiful weather. What's happening a lot, right? Obviously. There's 4 seasons. Take advantage of it. Start out slow, whatever, 20 minutes, and then don't overdo it, of course. Take your rest days. Rice. And then you get to the point. Pain is weakness leaving the body. Don't worry about that. It's normal. Take the medicine as needed, whatever. Talk to your doctor. self-care, don't hurt yourself, get others involved too, that's awesome. Make vlogs about it every day. Take your statistics and keep track of how you're doing, what you're doing, data books, stuff like that. That works too. Of course, keep track of your progress, and then you do really great. Just don't be scared. Be courageous. Be brave, and it'll make your body stronger. All right, yeah. Inside and out, and your spirit, and your soul, and your brain too. And then you can share stories about it. You talk about it with your buddies or whatever you do, your loved ones. Yeah. So with that being said, I hope everybody's doing great during the holidays, and you're keeping track of your P&Qs on your goals, your 5-year plans, 10-year plans, your bucket list, right? Whatever you do. Continue to really, what I do is whether it be on here or not, where we're doing Tai Chi, people I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my beautiful youngest sister. Happy birthday once again. Her great boyfriend, cool guy, great guy. My son, my wife, and my parents, and my family, and everybody. And my dog. And if you don't, and my parish, or if you're the stranger on the street, if you don't think I'm thankful for you, then I'm definitely, especially thankful for you, because that's how the Lord works. And remember to keep Christ in Christmas, right? Alright, anyways, Bible verse for the day is going to be Isaiah 41:10. Alright. Wrong one. Alright, cool. What else did I want to say? I want to say one more thing. Yeah, so this has just been a refresher on rice, and letting y'all know that I'm going to still be on here throughout the holidays. We've got the beautiful Sicilian relaxing music playing. Next time we'll probably do some Tai Chi meditation. We'll see, whatever comes into my mind. Shared some inspirational, motivational quotes. And a refresher on weather factors and how to take advantage of what seems to be the negative, and rewiring your brain and whatnot, and ultimately just so you can be healthy, more healthy and stronger for longevity and endurance and stamina, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Just that's it. Simple as that. I found out something cool. Is that I have a goal myself that I keep deep with myself, and that is definitely to go to the ocean once again this summer. Alright, I'm sharing my goal. Be short term, long term. I'm sharing that with you guys once again. And throughout the holidays, keep up on church. Oh yeah, I want to also say, there's a thing called Lent when you give up, you give up something and stuff like that. Right now it's Advent, but Lent is another one. But I think honestly, you guys, we should honestly do Lent like every day. You should give up something that you really love, right? And I'm gonna share mine. I can't do cussing because I cuss, so but I am gonna work on it. It's not anything like chocolate, sweets, and stuff like that. Comfort cheat meals, eating out, I'm going to still do that. But mine is going to be going out to the clubs. I don't really do that anyways, but if you know me from the past, I did. I mean, me and my buddies, my girl, all that stuff. Just going out to the club, like bars every now and then, the night scene stuff. I'm going to give that up. Like, really, I don't want... maybe a couple times in the summertime, vacations are a whole different story. That's vacations, alright. Well, I just wanted to share that one too. you know, self-discipline, stuff like that. And so at the end of the day, give myself those PAT, passive athletic training, pat yourself in the back, because that stuff's a waste of money a lot of times anyways too. And we always like chilling different, you know, there's different, whether do a hike, you know, whether do a trip to the beach, always, of course, we have a beach right there too. Trip to the store, I don't know, go to a church or a trip to a museum, stuff like that. Of course, yes, bucket list, Disney and Universal, always, definitely with a bucket list, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of harder, more tough now that all 7 kids been in heaven, rest in peace, we're older, but you know, never say never. Of course, I had a 7-year-old son too, and hey, Jacob, he had a child at 91, you know, and my middle name's Jacob, so, you know, never say never. So I just wanted to share that too. So I guess that's like self-discipline and stuff like that, and it's really not that fun anymore. It was kind of fun back in the day. Adulting swag, 30 years old over here. And yeah, if you see like in little videos, I have like a little, it looks like I noticed it myself, it's like a little blue spot right here, kind of, or a darker spot. That's nothing, that's just because I go out in the sun a lot, and people with darker features like me, dark hair, dark eyes, olive skin, Sicilian, right? Sun exposure, like it just sometimes makes, it's kind of like a 5 o'clock shadow, like little like dark spots on the skin, and it's nothing. It's just literally like a Dalmatian. Like, oh, oddball got his spots. It's nothing serious. Like I looked at it myself. I was just saying, because I looked at it myself when I was rewatching one of my sessions like last night, and I just noticed it because there's self-awareness. I was like, well, it's kind of like that facial hair. What is that? And it's just like it's like a 5 o'clock shadow. It's normal. It's harmless, but it's just from being out in the sun a lot, and because I have darker features, and it literally is nothing at all. So I did the research myself for that. Thank you, Google. But it's something interesting, use those eyes, you notice stuff about that. So, hey, when I was younger, fun fact, when I was going through puberty, I used to get big boils every now and then. Not all the time, but like I would get like one boil or a cyst, like back in the day on my nose, or like on the cheek. I think I stopped it finally, 9th grade. I think throughout like 7th to 9th grade, it would like come and go. Like this a boil here on my nose, or like right here, every now and then. Oh my gosh, I don't miss that. That stuff hurt. Like I don't really care how I look, at puberty I still got girls and stuff, no one cares. People go through stuff, puberty and acne, no one's perfect. But I'm Sicilian, I had a lot of oil in me, so that's a fun fact about me. I finally stopped, I got my last one like 9th grade, and it finally went away. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. Dude, when I used to get those, they used to hurt, man. I didn't care about the looks, man. But I just used to hurt, yeah. And it finally went away, medicine on it and stuff. So, lo and behold, this ain't nothing. Having a little bit of, just being a little bit more melanated than others and being out of the sun, hey man, beauty mark, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no shame. Came a long way. Hey, love yourself, be confident, alright? Share cool stories like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know a lot of cool guys in the military. You guys, they used to get the shave vouchers, man. For guys with darker skin, cool guys. We didn't care about how it looks, but because you had to shave in the Marines, man, you guys had it hard. Because they would get, they had really thick hair, right? And you got to shave, though, because it's, oh my gosh, it's boot camp. But they would get shaving vouchers, which means they didn't need to necessarily, because they got these big pimples and stuff. Oh, man, I felt bad for you guys, man. It's just some people are different, but you know what I'm saying. But I felt for them. They still did great though. They became Marines and along with me. Hoorah! So yeah, I don't know. That's just little coffee talk for the morning. All right, so I'm gonna try to utilize this weather. I'm gonna try to walk the walk and talk the talk. I hope you guys have a great, once again, holidays, super safe holidays. I would say stay warm, but also, don't be a chicken. Get out there and utilize this weather to better yourself, and better your health, and hopefully better others too, right? I don't know. Hopefully. So, namaste, peace and love to you and yours. I'm going to keep doing this throughout the holidays. I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm not going to, be lazy. And I'm going to be on here. Next time, I guess, maybe we'll do Tai Chi meditation. We'll see whatever downloads or whatever ideas and stuff I get. And in this session, we went over, what did we go over again? Alright. Motivational, inspirational quotes. And like always, a refresher on weather factors and trying to rewire your brain to make it positive, utilizing certain temperatures and environments, and a refresher on rice. Rest, ice, compress, and elevate, and the differences between being hurt and or injured. And keep it close. Alright. Keep it cool. Alright. So I'll catch y'all later. Catch y'all on the flip side. Alright. I'll see you Friday. I'll see you soon. Like, maybe, I don't know, I was going to say I'll try to do one every single day throughout the holidays, but I don't want to make it too boring and waste your time. I'll just see what comes into mind. Excuse me. Alright. Take it easy. Peace and love.